We're just trying to have a little fun, Nancy, she says gently, inviting her to join in rather than confront. Emma's kindness contrasts sharply with Nancy's confrontational demeanor, creating a palpable tension that threatens to overshadow the day's festivities. The community watches closely, hoping for a resolution that will restore the joyful spirit of the barbecue. In a fashioned suburban neighborhood where the scent of grilled burgers wafts through the air, the annual barbecue brings together families and friends for a day of outdoors and get-togethers. Among the attendees are the jovial Johnsons, known for their famous potato salad, and the quiet but observant Mrs. Thompson, who has taken it upon herself to ensure that everyone follows the neighborhood rules. As laughter fills the air and children play, tensions begin to simmer when Mrs. Thompson, the self-appointed watchdog, starts to voice her concerns about noise levels and safety regulations. What begins as a lighthearted gathering soon takes a serious turn as her strict enforcement of the rules threatens to dampen the festive spirit. Viewers will be drawn into this unfolding drama, eager to see how the community navigates the conflict and whether they can find a resolution that preserves their cherished traditions while addressing the concerns of all involved. On a sun-drenched Saturday afternoon, the neighborhood barbecue unfolds in a picturesque backyard adorned with colorful bunting and blooming flowers. The air is filled with the tantalizing aroma of sizzling burgers and hot dogs, while laughter and cheerful chatter create a symphony of joy. Emma, the enthusiastic host, flits around with a bright smile, ensuring everyone has a drink in hand. Rusty, her playful golden retriever, darts between guests, eagerly accepting scraps of food and affection. Meanwhile, the narrator's brother, a budding chef, takes charge of the grill, flipping patties with a flair that draws admiration from onlookers. Children run freely, their giggles echoing as they chase each other around the yard, embodying the carefree spirit of the day. This idyllic scene captures the essence of community, where neighbors gather to relax and enjoy each other's company, blissfully unaware that the harmony of this sunny day is about to be disrupted by an unexpected conflict. Just as the laughter reaches a crescendo, Nancy, the self-appointed neighborhood watchdog, strides into the backyard with an air of authority. Dressed in her signature cardigan and armed with a clipboard, she surveys the scene with a critical eye. Without hesitation, she approaches Emma, her voice sharp as she begins to voice her complaints about the noise levels and the supposed violation of neighborhood regulations. The cheerful atmosphere quickly shifts, tension hanging thick in the air as guests exchange uneasy glances. Emma, sensing the growing discomfort, takes a deep breath and steps forward with a warm smile, determined to diffuse the situation. Just as the tension peaks, the sound of sirens pierces the air, and the unmistakable sight of police lights flashes down the street. Emma and the narrator exchange bewildered glances, knowing that the officers are not just enforcers of the law, but also friends from the neighborhood. As Officer Mike and Officer Sarah step out of their cruiser, they can't help but chuckle at the scene before them. "We heard there was a barbecue going on and we thought we'd come for the food," Officer Mike jokes, flashing a grin that instantly lightens the mood. The community bursts into laughter, the absurdity of the situation not lost on anyone. Meanwhile, Nancy's face turns a shade of crimson as she realizes her complaints have led to this unexpected spectacle. The officers, with their light-hearted banter, reassure everyone that they're just here to ensure safety, leaving the crowd amused and Nancy flustered as the barbecue resumes with renewed energy and laughter. Following the humorous interruption, Nancy, undeterred by the laughter around her, decides to escalate the situation. Fueled by her sense of duty, she promptly files a formal complaint with the city, claiming that the neighborhood barbecue constitutes an illegal gathering. Her actions reveal a troubling tendency to weaponize bureaucracy against her own community, seeking to impose her strict interpretations of the rules. Emma, however, is not one to back down easily. Determined to protect the spirit of their neighborhood, she begins to gather evidence of Nancy's history of complaints and confrontations, rallying support from fellow residents who have also felt the sting of her overzealous vigilance. Emma's resolve ignites a sense of camaraderie among the neighbors who are eager to stand together against Nancy's attempts to stifle their community gatherings. As they unite, the atmosphere shifts from one of tension to empowerment, setting the stage for a showdown that will determine the future of their beloved neighborhood traditions. In the days following Nancy's complaint, the neighborhood rallies together, united by a shared frustration over her relentless scrutiny. Neighbors gather in Emma's backyard, each sharing their own experiences with Nancy's overbearing nature, recounting tales of her unsolicited warnings and strict enforcement of rules. As stories unfold, laughter mingles with exasperation, creating a bond that strengthens their resolve. Emma steps into a leadership role, encouraging everyone to voice their concerns and draft a community statement that highlights their commitment to maintaining a friendly and inclusive atmosphere. With her infectious enthusiasm, she inspires the group to stand firm against Nancy's attempts to impose her will. The sense of unity grows palpable as residents begin to realize that they are not alone in their struggles. Together, they craft a powerful message that emphasizes their right to gather and celebrate as a community. This newfound solidarity transforms their frustration into determination, setting the stage for a collective stand against Nancy's unwarranted interference. When the inspector finally arrives, the atmosphere is thick with anticipation. As he reviews Nancy's complaints, his eyebrow tightened in confusion, especially when he glances at Emma's meticulously organized binder, filled with testimonials and photographs from the neighborhood barbecue. "You're telling me this is a problem?" he asks incredulously, gesturing to the vibrant images of families enjoying themselves. The community watches with bated breath as he dismisses Nancy's claims, noting that the gathering was well within legal limits and posed no threat to safety. A wave of relief washes over the residents, their collective tension dissipating as they realize their voices have been heard. The inspector's validation not only quashes Nancy's complaints, but also strengthens the neighborhood's resolve to stand together. With newfound confidence, they celebrate their unity, determined to protect their community spirit from any future attempts to undermine it. This moment solidifies their bond, reminding them that together they can overcome any challenge that arises. As the weeks passed, Nancy's behavior escalated, her complaints becoming increasingly aggressive and unfounded. The final straw came during a neighborhood meeting when she confronted Officer Ryan, accusing him of favoritism towards Emma and the other residents. Her outburst, filled with baseless accusations, not only embarrassed herself, but also drew the ire of the community. Following this incident, the Homeowners Association convened to address her disruptive conduct. With mounting evidence of her overreach, they decided to remove her from all committee positions, citing her inability to foster a positive community environment. The legal consequences of her actions loomed large, as residents considered filing a formal complaint against her for harassment. As news of her removal spread, a wave of triumph swept through the neighborhood. They celebrated their victory, reclaiming their sense of community and joy. With Nancy no longer a hindrance, the residents felt empowered to continue their traditions, united in their commitment to a harmonious neighborhood. The final barbecue celebration unfolds under a brilliant blue sky, the air filled with the mouth-watering aroma of grilled meats and the sound of laughter echoing throughout the neighborhood. Colorful decorations sway gently in the breeze, and tables overflow with delicious dishes brought by eager neighbors, each contributing to the feast. Emma, the heart of the gathering, moves gracefully among her friends, her smile radiant as she ensures everyone feels welcome and included. The absence of Nancy is palpable, her usual complaints replaced by a sense of freedom and joy that permeates the atmosphere. As the sun sets, casting a warm glow over the festivities, residents share stories and laughter, their camaraderie stronger than ever. This celebration is not just about food. It symbolizes their victory over adversity and their commitment to a united community. With every toast and cheer, they reaffirm their bond, embracing the spirit of togetherness that defines their neighborhood. Ready to face the future with renewed hope and resilience. What began as a simple neighborhood barbecue turned into a battle against a self-appointed watchdog, ultimately revealing the strength and resilience of the residents. Through their shared experiences and determination, they transformed a challenging situation into a celebration of camaraderie and joy. It serves as a reminder that we can overcome obstacles and foster a positive environment for everyone. Your support helps us bring more uplifting stories that celebrate the strength of togetherness and the importance of standing up for what is right. Join us in spreading awareness and fostering connections within your own communities. If this story moved you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful tales of resilience and justice. Thank you for watching Work Story, and see you in the next one.